Hey guys, thanks for tuning in here. We have another unboxing and quick review on another setup. Today we have the Squonk kit by Geek Vape. This is the Athena. I have it here in silver. I'm going to do a quick review on it and give you my pros and cons. So right off the bat, let's just jump into it. So it is an 18650 fully mechanical box mod or Squonk mod kit. So essentially what that means is you definitely need to know what Ohm's law is, battery safety, and so forth like that. Right now I am rocking a single coil build. This is a fuse clapped in, I believe it's 36 or 26 or 38 inner core, something like that. But I know it's clocking in at roughly 0.18 or 0.175. Single coil right now. I'm gonna give you guys a quick demo or production of how it vapes. So I have my juice filled in here. What I'm vaping on today is a mixture of lemon twist. This is a pink punch lemonade in 3 milligram, and frozen berry by Black Unicorn. So this is a heavier menthol strawberry. So in my little Squonk bottle right here, I have about 70% of it is this guy, and the rest of it, 30% of it is this guy. So 70-30 blend of each juice and together. So 0.18 single coil. This is about 80% open. Here we go. This battery is about 40%, no, sorry, about 4.0 volts, so it's not fully charged yet, but almost. That's the production right there. So jumping straight into it. When you get the kit, you get, of course, the whole unit. This drip tip I bought optional, so it does not come with the original. The original out of the box, you get an Ultim one. Very low profile, but for me, I noticed that every time I do hit on it or vape on it, I notice my lip covering half of the drip cap. It's not a deal breaker for me, but that's just my style of vape. I want something a little bit taller, so that way most of my lip is actually on the drip tip. So that's that Ultim drip tip. You also get an extra Delrin 510, which I don't like using too much anyways. And this is other feature that a lot of people do like. You get 2 fill-up bottles. So this is a very squeezy one, and this is the a little bit harder. I noticed that this one I like better over time, but it is a little bit too hard for my kind of liking of pushing. And this one's a little too soft. I wish there was a hybrid of both. That'll be perfect. That's that. You get a tri-tool, and you get a bag full of goodies, extra O-rings. You also get extra screws for the deck. And one thing I like about this setup that Geek gives you is you have a solid pin in case you ever do want to just say, you know what, I'm not really feeling the Squonk setup anymore. You can take the Athena RDA off, switch the pin, the Squonk pin, take that one off, screw that one on. You can use this RDA on any other box mod you want or mechanical mod you want. So that's pretty neat that they have that already in there for you. So that's pretty much it. You get a manual that no one really reads anyways. So that's that. But for me, I've been rocking it like this. So I have the hard plastic bottle. My drip tip that I bought separately. This is resin, by the way, so it actually feels better on my lips. The inside, the internals. The back piece you can take off. This is for easy taking out the battery and putting it back on. So mainly for taking it out. So take the back piece off, you just push here, and the battery comes straight out. I've had this for about almost a month now. Almost daily using it. I'm using it constantly throughout the day, whether I'm driving. Coming into work while I'm at work, going to events, family outings, especially for Thanksgiving. I used this, and a handful of my friends that are vapers there was like, whoa man, what's that whole setup? I heard about the Squonk setup. and everyone that's tried it said the flavor on this thing was amazing. That's one thing I love about the Athena. So if you notice, from the outside, it looks like the airflow goes straight through from the top side, but kind of yes and no. So it goes through the top airflow, which is all adjustable from both sides, dual airflow. But if you notice the inside, I'm not sure if the camera will catch it, but they angle the airflow 45 degrees going towards the coil. So if this is the coil, right? These are the airflow slots. If it sits right here, the inner inlets are, so imagine this is the inside of the cap. So this is the coil right here. The inlets are pointing directly at the coil. So what the cool thing with the deck is you can run it in single coil or dual coil. I know when I first bought this, I did dual coil and the flavor was astronomical. But I also want to do it in single coil to see how does it react, how does it last compared to the dual coil. But so far I noticed dual coil is the best in this setup. I happen to today put my single coil fuel clapped in here right now just to test the waters, right? So like I said, this is 0.175. Normally I run, well, when I have my dual coil, I run it at 0.15, 0.16. So before I had this coil in here, I had dual 22 wraps, dual 5 wrap, 22 gauge. That was clocking at roughly 1.5, 1.65. That was actually the best setup if you want a lot of flavor. But with this one, I would say it's a good 50-50 vapor and flavor. So again, make sure you know your ohm law. So battery goes in positive down. It actually has markers here too. And to get into the internals, it's actually a very simple setup that they have here. So this little piece right here is your contact. That comes out just like this. You can clean it if it ever gets dirty from juice. It does leak a little bit from the actual bottle itself, just because of how pressure is set up. When you squeeze it long enough, or many times, it will have a little bit of leaking, but it will never pull out or anything. So they have one cool feature that I love in this Squonk setup is the locking mechanism. So if you notice right here, you actually do put your nails in here, or just enough pressure, and you just slide it up. So I'll put it back together very easy. You just line them up into these little slots. One down here, and one between here. Slide back in place. It does kind of like have a little locking feature too. So you have that there. The button is a good throw. I'll show you the locking mechanism right now. So positive down, fully in. Here, goes in here. So this is how it fully looks. Let's say I'm putting it in my pocket, or I have it in my cup holder, or I'm handing it to someone. Before I hand it to them, I want to make sure it's locked in case of fire on accident. I put my nail here, just slide back up. It will never fire. And it's just enough pressure to where if it was to bounce on your cup holder, let's say you're going through speed bumps, or you're walking, or you're running in your backpack, or your pocket, it won't accidentally fall down. You have to put some pressure into it to bring it back down, right? So let's try this one more time again. After 5, 7, 8 hits, I just tell myself, hey, you know, now you took 7, 8 hits. I'll press the bottle a few times. With the hard bottle, I notice myself pressing about 8 to 10 times just through, nature, through just habit. I give a couple seconds. I know that it will squonk up and get my wicks wet. Now I go again. I never get a dry hit. Every single vape, full on flavor, full on vapor. So there you go, guys.